Hey everybody, welcome back to Over Here We Craft for Money and welcome back to day 6 of It's Time to Christmasize Everything. And we are making swags out of Dollar Tree wreath hangers, a little bit of mesh, and a sleeve of ornaments. So let's jump in. All right, our full-blown list of supplies are going to be 4 wreath hangers. You can get them from the Dollar Tree, Hobby Lobby, doesn't matter. You will need your favorite ornaments, any size, doesn't matter. You will need some Deco Mesh. I chose 2 different colors that are going to go with the interior. You'll need chenille stems, doesn't matter what color, they won't show. You will need a pair of scissors, and you're going to need ribbons of your choice. My interior decor for Christmas is blue, white, and silver, and I'm using 2.5-inch ribbon. I get these from Michael's when they say buy one, get 3 for free, and I always go with the nice big ones and the plush velvet ones. You are also going to need a hot glue gun and a finger protector if you are clumsy like me and burn yourself. All right, so the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to prep the wreath wire. So I find using the hot glue gun to make sure that it doesn't move once I start manipulating and putting the mesh and the ornaments there. So for mine, I used 5. You can use as many or as few as you like. The fewer you use, the more mesh you're going to need. All right. So the next thing I do is I turn it over backwards. That's the opposite way that it's going to hang off of my chair. And I put a dab of hot glue, and then I press the chenille stem down in the middle. Again, this is the opposite side, but this is making sure that once I affix the stem to the wreath wire, it is not going to move, and I don't have to worry about that. And that's important because it's got to get through the next, 45 days, because I don't take my stuff down till January 31st. Don't be judging me. I just like it. Once I finally get it all done, I want to just look at it. So, anywho, I'm using 5. Like I said, you can use as many as you want. The more plush your mesh is, the less that you'll have to use. But I am using Dollar Tree items because I'm trying to keep this super cost effective for us. And so I'm going to be using 2 different types. So as you can see, once I've done that, that one is prepped and ready. I'm going to move it to the side and let it dry, and I'm going to do the next one. I will speed this part up because now you all know what we're doing on here. So let's speed this up, and then I'll come back when we get to the next step. All right, so we have all 3 of them done, and now we're going to flip them over on the proper side, and we're going to go ahead and twist them 2 good to 3 good twists so that the front is now prepped and ready to receive the mesh. All right, now it is time to get the ribbon together. I am cutting the ribbon in 10 inches, and I'm just going to cut enough that I can make 4 ribbon bundles per swag. So I'm just flipping them over now that I have my measurements, and I'm cutting them, and then I do it in batches. It saves on my hands. All right, and so now I'm counting out, making sure that I have enough, and we're gonna do it again because I'm a couple short. Now it is time to dovetail those little beauties, and you just fold your ribbon in half and you cut at an angle towards the wire inside of the ribbon. And I don't know if I mentioned that at the beginning of the video. These ribbons do have wire, The next one up is that beautiful blue velvet. I really love this ribbon in particular because I could also use the silver side, and don't be surprised if you see that again because we don't throw away nothing over here. Do you like making bows? Do you like using ribbons during this time of the year? Let me know down in the comments how you use bows in your decor during the Christmas season. Of course, I'm nosy. Y'all already know that. All right, we're going to finish up dovetailing these ribbons. I really, really love this blue velvet. It is so pretty, but that silver on the other side is just as nice. Now that I have them, we're going to make a simple bow. We're just going to do a crisscross and pinch them together. And that's how we're going to put them onto the swag. So I'm just measuring them out together, laying them out flat just so that when I get started, I can just keep it going. And you can always use more than one ribbon here if you want to. I just went with 2. Now let's go ahead and show you how to make your bow. We're just going to do some simple loops. I chose 7. You can choose as many as you want, but I just grabbed the first piece, make the first loop, make 7 more, and cut them off. Get me a pipe cleaner and twist real good, and then we will fluff later. So again, we're going to pull our tail, and then we'll start making our loops. Again, I'm doing 7. You can make this as big or as little as you want. This is your topper bow for the finish of your swag. Grab that pipe cleaner, twist it around, and now that bow is ready when the time comes. Now let's go ahead and get this mesh on here. You're going to pinch it, twist it under the tie, make a bubble, and pinch again. This is the easiest part of this project. You can make that bubble as big or as small as you want, and you don't even have to measure them out. And I'm not going to. I'm just going with what feels good to me. So I come all the way down to the bottom. Now I'm going to pinch again and go back up toward the top. Now I could have did 2 bubbles at the top under each pipe cleaner and finished at the bottom, but it's just what I do here. I'm taking off the end, saving those rolls because you never know what I can do with those at a later date. And I'm going to realign the mesh and create some more bubbles using the very same Chanel stems that we started out with. What I loved about this is you can get up to 2 of these done with 1 roll each of the mesh. If you want it even fuller than what I'm doing, then you may only be able to get 1 each, but they're each $1.25, so that's not bad. Now you want to separate them out by pulling in the opposite direction. So you grab each one and pull opposite, and that allows you to fluff out your mesh. And because the Chanel stem is glued down, it is not going to move. She's ready for her ribbons. So now we have 4 sets. We're pinching using the very same Chanel stems to affix them to our item. I love that. That's why we use the full-blown Chanel stems so that we can get everything in there. Now that we have that, we're going to fluff the ribbon just a little bit, and now it is time to add our ornaments. So I'm going to use the edge of this, and I'm going to twist it down and use my hot glue gun to just put a little bit of those little tiny table scatters that we picked up at the Dollar Tree just to fill in those gaps. And they come in handy, so don't let the season pass you by. Grab a couple of those because you might even find yourself using them for your spring and summer wreaths, especially if you can find the white and the silver. They're super complimentary no matter what season we're in. Once we put on that last little ornament there to cover up that stem, we don't want to see that. We want to fluff a little bit and go get our big beautiful bow. Put that right at the top over that last piece we started with and fluff our ribbon, and our first one is done. Dovetail that ribbon in, and baby, we're done. Let's go ahead and do that one more time so you guys get a good view. Again, all you're doing is pinching, making a bubble as big as you choose. Twist the tie 2 or 3 times nice and tight, and go to the next one. This swag can be used on your table. I'm showing you it on my chair, but if you come back for day 10, you're going to be surprised to see where I put it. I didn't just stop at the tables. They were so beautiful and so easy to make that I got a little carried away. But I like it. All right, we're going to just grab them and fluff by pulling them in the opposite direction of one another. It's just taking one from each side and going opposite. It just fluffs out the mesh really nice. And now we're adding the bulbs. Now you'll notice on this one, I added the bulbs before the ribbons. It doesn't matter. They're all going to get affixed to the wreath hanger. So it doesn't matter which one you do first. I was running my mouth, which is how I didn't do the ribbons first, but you'll see it's not going to make a difference. The other thing that I really like about this project, and I hope you will also find it fun, is that each one has its own little personality. You can use a different collection of ornaments for it, and each chair can have the color scheme you want, but not actually the same size or number of bulbs. This is a project that you can absolutely be full-blown creative on. Now, as I got to the top, I decided to use the full chenille stems to affix it because my hands really started bothering me at this point. And so I had to make it easier for myself. I hope you guys will understand. But again, it's not about perfection. We're just getting it done and having fun doing it. Now, I'm not going to lie. I do think this could be something that you could sell. You may have to increase the quality of where you get your materials from. But if you decided to sell these at a pop-up shop, I think they can make a nice pretty penny. It can be used as a wreath on the door. It can be used as home decor. Again, it can be used as your chair swag. There's a lot that you can do with these, especially once you put a big pretty bow on there. Guys, this project is super easy, super inexpensive. With a few items, you can put some extra splashy pizzazz in your home for the holidays. I hope you are enjoying our It Is Time to Christmarize Everything. This is one of the funnest projects that I had the chance to make, and I think they turned out amazing. This is me showing you them on the back of the chairs. And trust me, I don't have the fanciest chairs in my living room, but these little things sure make my chairs look fancy. I hope you enjoyed it. Give me a like, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Check out some of the earlier videos in the series, and don't miss day 7 of It Is Time to Christmarize Everything. Until next time, y'all. Bye.